Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy Hair Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what will 2024 look like for you month by month, and in the end we'll take a look at a message for you from Spirit for 2024. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can contact me on my email ID happyhairtarot@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram or contact me on WhatsApp. You can see an image on your screen right now. You've got 3 options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the pinned comment as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. If you guys chose the first image, let's find out how will 2024 be for you month by month. So starting with January, we have the Chariot. January is going to be a month full of big and small victories for you. January might also be the month in which you undertake a short or a long journey. If your documentation such as passport or visa process has been stuck, that might finally come through in January. If you have been awaiting the results of a competition or a court case, you might hear that in January as well. I'm also getting the message that January might be the month in which you get an escalation of some sort is taking place. So this can either be a promotion at your workplace, it can be an increase in your income, it can also be that the business that you do is expanding. You might in general feel, for the first time in a long time, is what Spirit asked me to lay stress on, that your mind and your heart, your logic and your emotion is completely in sync. I also feel like January is going to be one of those months for you which comes and goes very quickly. The pace will be fast for sure. In fact, you might be so busy throughout January that you are unable to take out much time for yourself. For February, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is nice. In February as well, I see you celebrating a victory of sorts. And this seems to be a joint celebration. So either a big win in collaboration with other people. Let's say a big project had been assigned to your team and you guys delivered it successfully. Or a loved one, your child, your spouse, your parent, your sibling, your best friend, someone accomplishes something really great in their career. And so all of you are out there celebrating. February is going to be the month in which you might meet a lot of like-minded people. You might meet with members of your soul family. You might also get a very big opportunity to collab with a big fish of your industry in the month of February. If financial stability is something that concerns you, I feel like February onwards, that'll start becoming less of a botheration, less of a headache for you. I can see that in general in February, you'll be surrounded by people who are genuinely happy for you and happy in your victories, especially if so far you've been surrounded by people who are envious or who are jealous of you or fake friends. It seems like finally you are moving out of that kind of an energy and meeting with people who love you and appreciate you for who you are. I'm also being told that in the month of February, Group 1, you might reconnect with a long-lost friend of yours, perhaps from your school days or some kid you'd grown up with in your old neighborhood. If you decide to make any investments in the month of February, whether it's in mutual funds or stocks or wherever, they will prove to be very fruitful for you in the long haul. For March, we have the Nine of Wands. All right, March will be one of those months in which you're going to have to be a tad bit careful with regards to, I'm being told, who you trust. And this is interesting because in February, you're meeting good people. So the people whom you're being asked to trust are going to be the ones who've been in your life since before that. With the Nine of Wands over here, March might be a bit strugglesome for you in the sense that there's either too much workload or there's just too much going on. Because when I look at the zebra over here breaking a sweat, I'm getting the sense that it's being needed to be present in multiple places all at once, and it looks very confused, like where do I go first? So you might be in demand a lot. You're being assigned this project and that project, and there's something coming up in your home. You're asked to attend a particular meeting over here, then on the same day you also have your kids parent teacher meeting, something like that. It's just a very busy month, and it seems like you might feel stretched out to the max in the month of March. So like how quickly January had gone by for you, March is going to be the month in which it's like, I cannot wait for March to get over so that I can finally get some relief, so that I can finally get some respite. That is the energy. For April, thankfully, we're back to normal now. So we have the Page of Pentacles, which says to do. So the energy that I was channeling for you for March was that there was a lot of confusion regarding where do I go first, or like with regards to your priorities and stuff. And so now it makes sense why come April you have become considerably more systematic, and might I even add more disciplined for some of you, because you've learned from your mistakes. You've learned your lesson in March. So you will be very, very meticulous and very organized, strictly following a schedule throughout the month of April. Work wise, I feel like you're getting some sigh of relief for sure. There isn't that much work in the month of April. I am seeing some time that you're able to take out for leisure as well. With to do over here in Page of Pentacles, a lot of you might receive a new job offer or a new internship offer in the month of April as well. And an investment that you had made in February might suddenly shoot up, the returns, I mean, in the month of April. I also feel like a big event that might follow through the rest of the year, and of course this can be personal, the planning for that particular thing, whether it is your best friend's wedding or something, will start happening from the month of April as well. In fact, April onwards, you might start working with this feather over here on some pet project or a personal goal or a hobby of yours too. So for instance, let's say that from 9 to 5 you have a corporate job, but you are a closeted writer. So April might be the month from which you take this decision that, okay, I'm going to write one page every day, something like that. For May, we have the Fool over here. Oh, so okay, so some of you had received a new opportunity in April, and a lot of you might take that up and start working in that new organization, or you might make a switch in April and start working in that new field of career in the month of May. With the presence of the Fool over here, I feel like this is going to be a solely independent decision of yours, because the people around you might be a lot of skeptical about you making this switch at this juncture in your career, especially because we had seen in January and February that you were doing great. But hey, it's your call. I feel like May in general is going to be a month that is very exciting for you. Your energy is that of an explorer. You cannot wait to set foot into that new environment, meet new people, understand the nuances of this new work or this new field in a better manner. May might also be the month in which a new person who might have special significance for you, with whom, with the zero over here, it seems like you will begin a new chapter, a very important chapter of your life. So that new person might enter your life in the month of May as well. For June, we have the Six of Wands, lovely energy. So in case there are some of you who are planning in advance to make that switch and you are very skeptical about whether or not you'll be successful in it, lo and behold, we have Six of Wands for you. So rest assured, if you decide to leave thing A and go for thing B, you will be very successful in it. You will accomplish a lot in it. In fact, with the Six of Wands over here, I feel like in a very short span of time, you would have accomplished a lot, and you would have touted yourself as one of the best employees perhaps over there, or you would have already established yourself as a rising star, so to speak, in that particular field. So that is good. There is a lot of energy in you. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of excitement. Like, I have more places to go, I can do better, I have to see what else am I capable of. So that is the energy for June. All right. For July, we have the Four of Wands over here. You seem to be very relaxed. You seem to be mighty proud of yourself. I love the fact that you're taking some time out to reflect on how far you've come, and you are celebrating your victories. You're proud of yourself. I also feel like by the time July has come, you have mastered whatever this new thing was. And like I said, very quickly. So there seems to be that relief because of this thing as well, that, okay, I was panicking whether I'll be good at it or not, but I think I've proved to everyone around me, plus I've proved to myself that if I set my sights on something, I can do it. It is like, I can accomplish it. Nothing is impossible for me. And that stable feeling that you had first tasted in February is going to come back to you in July. A lot of you might get married in July, or this new person who had entered your life in May, you might enter into a relationship with them come July. Some big wedding, if not yours, somebody else's who's related to you or a loved one of yours, their wedding celebration might also take place in the month of July. For August, we have the Four of Swords. You might see repeating fours a lot throughout 2024 perhaps. You seem to be in a very relaxed and happy state in August. So this relaxation and peace and calm and sense of being happy with who you are and where you are is trickling down further to the month of August. Work-wise, it seems like you have everything in control. In fact, in general, Four of Swords over here is telling me that August will be a very sorted month for you, so to speak. There is no trouble anywhere, whether it's your personal life, whether it's your professional life. It's this very peaceful and zen state over here that you're in. In fact, it seems like true contentment is something that you will be experiencing for the first time in the month of August. You were happy about your accomplishments before that also, but that feeling of contentment, that feeling of not wanting to run anymore and like seriously sitting down and just soaking it all in, that is the energy in which you will be in the month of August. If you are suffering with any ailment, or if you develop any ailment along the way in 2024, you will be beating it, coming out of it, recovering completely, making a full recovery by the time August arrives. Okay, then do I have space over here? Yes. So for September, we have Three of Wands. September is again bringing in some excitement, some movement for you. I feel like a lot of you might be taking your second trip in September. You're already taken one in January. In September, and the trip that you'll be taking in September will be of a longer distance. So this can be an international trip, or this can be a trip to another city or another state altogether. There is also a general sense of excitement in your energy for the month of September, almost as if you are anticipating for something to happen. It's like you've sown the seeds of something and now you're eagerly waiting to see the results of it. It also seems like September is the month in which you're in the energy of, yes, I have attained contentment, but okay, I feel like it's the right time for me now to push my boundaries a little bit and see how much better can I do, or how far can I go from here. September is also going to be the month in which you might get an exciting opportunity of either collaboration or some interview perhaps, because I'm being told that it can be something related to the press or media, foreign media, or some magazine that is internationally circulated, and those people might approach you for an interview, or they might ask you if you're interested to work with them. Those of you who had either gotten married over here or had got into a relationship, you might take a trip overseas with your partner in the month of September. For October, we have the Empress. All right, so A big message over here, of course, is that the ones who'd gotten married in whatever this month was, I lost track, you guys might conceive in the month of October. I also love how the Fool has now transformed into the Empress by the time October has arrived. So whether this was a new task in your current job, or whether it's new business, or whether it's a new field, whatever it was, whatever this switch was that you had made over here, you would have completely mastered it by the time October arrives in 2024. In fact, you might get a raise or you might get a promotion in 2024. With the presence of the Empress over here, I feel like more people in that same field who at that time are bigger than you in that particular field or industry or company, whatever it is, will start building up a very good rapport with you. You will start having more familiar, more personal, more deeper connections with those people who later down the line can prove to be very beneficial for you. A lot of you will, so if you had entered into a relationship with someone over here, they might propose to you to marry them in the month of October. A lot of you who are continuing with their job and everything's nice, you guys, when October arrives, a lot of you might start your own work, most likely from home, when October comes. And you might have actually drawn inspiration from that in the month of September, from something or from some account or from someone else's work that you had taken notice of in September. So you might take inspiration from that and start your own work along the same lines in October. Okay, for November, we have the Knight of Wands over here. November seems to be an exciting time for you. For those of you who would have been single till the time of October, November is the month in which you will get yourself back out there in the dating zone, meeting new people, being with new people. I'm seeing flings, short-term romances, just letting yourself feel alive, feel happy again, feel appreciated again. I also feel like a lot of you in the month of November might undertake a solo trip. You might also get an opportunity to mentor someone in the month of November, because by the time October has arrived, you've already established yourself as a very reliable, solid, and leader-like person, right? So when November arrives, someone might approach you, so kind of like to ask you to take them under your wings and teach them. What's that phrase? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I believe that's what that is. And that's basically what I see happening in this group as well. In fact, November might be the month in which you find out the actual impact of what it is that you're doing. You had found contentment in it. You were pretty happy and satisfied with what you were doing. But by the time November arrives, more people would have started talking about you. More people would have started taking notice of you and your work, and asking you for tips and tricks, and asking you if you can teach them, or you can impart some of that knowledge to them. All right. And for December, interesting, we have the Page of Swords. A lot of you would start teaching or taking classes of some sort by the time December arrives. Now, these can be Zoom classes or whatever, but I do feel like you will agree to this person's request and start taking up classes by the time December 2024 comes. Those of you who had started working on your novel or some passion project of yours over here, by the time December comes, your passion project would have been ready. So I'll stick to my previous example. If it was a book that you had started writing in April, you will finish it by the time December comes, and you might self-publish it or start pitching it to publishers in December. I also feel like December is going to be a very monumental month for you in terms of a big breakthrough, especially for those of you whose work is in the field of internet, social media, influencing, or content creation. December is the month in which your work is going to blow up. It might go viral on the internet. and more people will start noticing you, noticing your work, talking about you. In fact, where was that energy? Yeah. So for some of you, I had channeled the message that some international magazine or something might approach you for an interview. That might finally go live, with all the details and checks and everything by the time December comes. And because of that media presence also, you or your account or your content or whatever it is that you do will start gaining more and more popularity. But with the Page of Swords, it seems like by the time December comes, you have again found that explorer spirit of yours. And now that you've accomplished so much throughout 2024, you cannot wait by the time December is coming to an end. What more or what else or how much better can you make it in 2025? Spirit's message for you is so beautiful. We have stay optimistic, which says your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. This is something that you would have to take special notice of in the month of March, because that was slightly difficult for you. So make sure you remember this message in the month of March. You can come back to this video if you want. But overall for 2024, Spirit is telling you that this is going to be the year, 2024 is going to be the year in which you achieve great milestones. You make history. You see your dreams coming to life in front of you. It's just that you're going to have to be consistent with it, and you're going to have faith in it. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 1. I wish you a fantastic year ahead. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's find out how will your months be in 2024, and then we'll close the reading with a message from Spirit for you. So for January, starting strong over here with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you are bringing along with you a lot of good luck and prosperity and abundance in the month of January. January might particularly be a very favorable month for you in terms of creating a lot of income and receiving a lot of opportunities for creating more and better income for yourself. January is going to be the month in which a lot of stuck projects of yours finally start blooming and blossoming back to life. I'm being told that if someone owes you money, they will repay that money to you in January. If there is some process or documentation or case of yours that's stuck, it's going to be reopened in the month of January. You're also closing out some very important cycles by the time 2023 ends, and you're entering into new and better cycles of your life in the month of January of 2024. I also feel like January is going to be the month in which you notice that things are happening for you in a very easy and smooth manner. So for instance, if you're the kind of person who unfortunately sometimes has to struggle with facing unnecessary hiccups in their work, or things always seem to reach a standstill for you at some or the other stage in the process, none of that will you be experiencing in the month of January. Everything will just happen very smoothly and very easily for you. And I'm being told that for a lot of you, it'll be a welcome change and definitely not something that you're used to. So you will be very happy and very pleased with it. For February, we have the 10 of Cups. This is lovely. Maybe some of you are getting married in the month of February. You got engaged in 2023 or before that. If you are single, someone who has potential to be your future spouse, to be your lifelong partner, that kind of a person, you'll be meeting them in the month of February. This might be through your friends, this might be through your family also. In general, with 10 of Cups, I feel like February is going to be the month in which you're spending a lot of time with your family, with your loved ones. You seem to be very happy, very relaxed, no tension, no stress regarding anything at all. You guys as a family might go somewhere on some long overdue trip perhaps, or there can be a huge extended family meetup that's taking place in February. There's also an energy of expansion over here, especially for those of you who are freelancers or have your own business. February is going to be the month in which your business multiplies and expands a lot. If you are currently working, like if you have a job, I feel like February is the month in which you might be made in charge of a group of people. So you might be made manager or you might be made the team lead. For March, we have the Seven of Swords. All right. March is going to be the month, group 2, in which you're going to have to be very careful with whom you trust. In fact, I would suggest if you keep your secrets to yourself and don't really reveal too much to anyone. In the month of March, don't trust anyone with your secrets. Don't gossip with anyone. Don't gossip about anyone. And definitely do not reveal any sort of personal information to anyone, because there is an energy of deception that's building up. You never know who might go against you. You never know who might use your name and spread fake stuff. So better safe than sorry, right? And that's the energy in March. Another message that I'm getting is that something that had so far been hidden from you, some sort of confession, I feel like it's a confession that's coming from someone from your past. So that might happen in the month of March as well. For April, we have this lovely energy of the Star card over here. We have seen that your destiny is supporting you a lot as you're entering 2024. And I feel like April is going to be the month in which some major wish fulfillment is going to happen for you guys. Somewhere I feel like I'm getting this energy over here with the Star card that this is some dream of yours, most likely a big dream that has been cooking for a long time now behind the scenes, and it's something that you've always been very hopeful about. But with the presence of Wheel of Fortune over here, you never knew when will that particular wish of yours come true. So finally, that wish of yours is going to come true in April 2024. I can also see with the presence of the Star card over here that your fame is going to increase in your workplace or in your field of work in the month of April. If you have a crush on someone, you might make some progress with them in April. Or with the Seven of Swords and the Star over here, someone who is a secret admirer of yours might come forward finally in April. For May, we have the Five of Cups over here. So there is a sense of disappointment over here with the Five of Cups. But you see the energy of the Five of Cups. It's all about perspective. It's all about you win some, you lose some, and it is totally on you what you choose to focus on. Do you choose to focus on your losses or do you choose to focus on your victories? Naturally, all of us tend to focus more on our losses, and then we have to consciously pull ourselves back and zoom out a little bit and redirect our focus towards what it is that we have. So that is a mindset shift that might be required of you in the month of May. Some things might not go your way, some things will go your way. And so that you do not stay stuck in this Debbie Downer energy, you will have to focus on the things and show gratitude for what it is that you have. Instead of whatever it is, it did not go out according to how you would want it. With the Star over here leading to the Five of Cups, it's quite possible that someone whom you have a crush on and with whom some sort of development had taken place in April, once you get closer to them, you might realize that, I literally heard what was all the fuss about. So it's, how it is with some people. We find them very attractive, but then once you get to know them, we're like, they were better when they weren't talking. So this might be just one of those cases in April. No, sorry, what was this? May. All right. For June, we have the Six of Cups. Oh, this is nice. The Five of Cups leading to the Six of Cups is telling me that whatever loss had occurred over here, it was for your best, because what's to follow is better. And for most of you, this might be a relationship thing, a connection that you hoped would work out, but it didn't. And the reason why it didn't work out is because in June, you are either reconciling with this person who had come back with a confession, or you are meeting. Oh, we had seen that someone had entered in February also. Maybe so far you had stringed them along like a friend, and then you might get into a connection with them in the month of June, and it's going to be better than your expectations. In fact, I feel like with the 10 of cups over here and the 6 of cups, this is a soulmate that you'll be coming into a union with in the month of June. 6 of cups is also telling me that June is going to be a month in which, again, after all this that had taken place in between, you will again finally get some time to spend with your loved ones, with your families, relax a little bit, and your energy seems very positive and very happy and very chirpy over here with the 6 of cups. So definitely you guys have done a great job in focusing on what you have over here in the month of May, and you have snapped out of it fully by the time June arrives. June might also be the month in which you reconcile perhaps with some old school or college or neighborhood friends of yours. I also feel like June might be a month in which you restart something. So this restarting can be a business that had flopped before, or it might be some hobby of yours that you had picked up on but then left in between, and you will pick that hobby up again in June. All right, for July, we have the 9 of Swords. July is going to be a stressful month for you, no doubt. This can be for different reasons for different people. This can be work stress. This can be some stress because of something that's happening in the family or in the friend circle. There can be a sense of avoidance, group 2. When things get stressful around you, you might try to turn a blind eye towards them. Spirit is correcting me. The stressful situation might arise because you had initially turned a blind eye towards it, and because of that, it grew. Good thing you're watching this reading now, so you know that this is avoidable. In case anything pops up, before it snowballs, if you can curb it, if you can tend to it, it will not grow into a bigger problem for you, and you will be able to avoid this stress. However, if you let it slide, keep on letting it slide, it'll eventually reach a point where you will not be able to ignore or avoid it any further, and it'll start causing stress to you. For those of you who had entered a relationship over here in June, make sure that you keep communication crystal clear between you and your partner, so that any stressful situation with regards to, I should have told them but I didn't, should I tell them now, but what will they think, what will they say, so that all of that can be avoided. For August, we have the Queen of Wands. So I'm noticing a pattern for this group. After every dip, there's a huge high. So that's nice. You guys always bounce back. You have that soldier spirit in you. All right, so for August, we have the Queen of Wands over here. This is nice. You guys have not only conquered whatever challenges had come up over here in the 9 of Swords, you've also fully claimed your power. In August, you're sitting in your power, you're very, very confident of who you are. It's quite possible that some approach that you utilized to overcome these problems in July gave you fantastic results, and that boosted your confidence so much that you then started embodying this energy of the Queen of Wands. It also seems, and especially for those of you who have difficulties making decisions, and for those of you who have difficulties deciding things like, where to from here, you will snap out of that energy in August. You will have crystal clear vision of not just yourself, but also who it is that you want to be, where it is that you want to go. With the start over here, this wish of yours that had come true in April might reach bigger heights by the time August arrives. Something about you doing something anonymously, but then owning up that, yeah, this was me, and then boldly and happily accepting prizes and awards for it is a visual that I just got. So take it as it resonates. Queen of Wands is also telling me that August might be the month in which a lot of you get a promotion at your workplace. For September, we have the Hermit. All right. September might be the month in which a lot of you take a much needed break from work. You guys might be the kind of people who keep on collecting their leaves, and you will finally take all those leaves together in the month of September. Some of you might even take a sabbatical from your a 9 to 5 so that you can focus fully on whatever this pet project of yours is. I also feel like September might be the month in which you go on some sort of spiritual retreat all by yourself, working on yourself, mind, body, heart, and soul. All those things are going to be central focus for you. For those of you who did not get into a relationship after the disappointment, I feel like you will take, and after that you got busy with your career and stuff, September is the month that you will take kind of like a time out, because you want to discover yourself better. You want to know more about what works for you and what doesn't, so that after that you can give love and relationships another chance. I also feel like with the Hermit following the Queen of Wands, September is the month in which a lot of you are going to get a very good guide or mentor, someone who's in the same field as you, who has noticed your work, thinks that there is potential for you to do even better than what it is that you already are, and they will offer to help you or guide you a little bit, and you'll be more than happy with it. Some of you might inherit some ancestral property in the month of September. For October, we have justice. If the inheritance of ancestral property leads to some clashes between families or relatives, the case will come in your favor in the month of October. I also feel like any sense of lost balance will go away completely out of the picture by the time October comes. And in the month of October, you will feel like your life is finally in sync again. Perfect balance of logic, of emotion, head and heart. Everything will be in very good order. No more chaos around you. Some of you might have a court marriage as well in the month of October. I'm also being told that October is the month in which some sort of karmic justice is going to take place. So if someone had unnecessarily caused you this stressful situation, or if someone had unnecessarily broken your heart over here or disappointed you a lot, that individual might get karmic justice that you will come to know of in the month of October. For November, this is lovely. We have the Ace of Cups. So the singletons who had gone on a retreat in September, you guys will finally find love again, true love, with the Ace of Cups over here when November arrives. And I love how this is in sync with justice, because whoever this new person is that will be coming in the picture for you will be a perfect match for you. Ace of Cups is also telling me that November is the year in which a lot of you group 2 will start something new. So this can be a new job, this might be you relocating to a new city, a new place. This is also telling me that for some of you there might be an upgrade in your lifestyle, an upgrade in your income as well. I also feel like with the Hermit over here, for those of you who are taking some time out to consciously sit with yourself and figure out what you like and what you don't like, you will start doing more of it come November. November onwards, you will start focusing not just on dispersing love to people around you, but also to yourself. I also feel like something that is very precious to you, very dear to you, that you had lost, you'll find that again in November. And this is a very specific message that I just channeled for you guys. So if there's an item or a friendship or something that you've lost, you'll find that again in November. For December, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is nice. There is a lot of excitement, there is a lot of energy in December for you guys. There might be a lot of traveling that's involved in December. These can be short trips, these can be long trips. You seem to be very happy going places, meeting people, doing your thing, knowing that you're so good at it. And definitely there is a lot of enthusiasm regarding what's to follow. And there is a sense of pride over here as well, that look what all I went through and yet I came out stronger, and I cannot wait to accomplish even better things in 2025. The Knight of Swords is also telling me that a lot of you, and especially those of you who had started something new, or especially something of your own in November, you guys will expand your kingdom in December. So you might open more branches of your work, take more people under your wing, increase your staff, things like that are showing up in December. You might be asked to travel on behalf of your company to different places to recruit people or something like that in the month of December as well. Or you might be given a paid holiday from your company in the month of December. So this is nice. Spirit's message for you for December, for 2024 is playtime, which says the dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestation. So yes, there are instances throughout 2024, not throughout actually, just some hiccups here and there where things are getting stressful for you. But even in those moments, Spirit wants you to keep this message in mind, that the happier you are and the higher you vibe, that energy will allow you to not just bring your manifestations into life, but it'll also leave room, or open up room rather, for the universe to bring in some crucial miracles for you. So your energy should be centered on what works for you, what makes you happy, what gives you pleasure. And no matter how busy you are or how much work it is that you're doing, if you can take out at least, if not too much, then just 15 minutes for spending time with your loved ones or engaging in an activity that gives you particular joy and happiness, that'll be nice. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. I hope you guys have a fantastic year ahead. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 3, if you guys have chosen the third image, let's take an overview month by month of how 2024 will be for you guys. So for January, we have the Hierophant. All right, you are entering 2024 strong, group 3. It seems like you guys are positioning yourselves as, like the watch out for this star, this rising star, that kind of an energy is what I'm picking up for you guys for January. I also feel like January for a lot of you will be the month in which you might take over a family business. You might lay the foundation of your own business, which will, as the years pass by, it will become a family business for the future generations. I also feel like with the Hierophant over here, you might get a recognition or award of some sort for whatever it is that you've accomplished so far in your field or your line of work. Those of you who are pursuing PhD or want to pursue PhD, this is a specific message. January might be a month of significance for you guys. A lot of you are also getting married in the month of January, or you might meet your future spouse in the month of January. If you currently do not have very good relations with your family or some members of your family, I feel like things will sweeten up again between you guys in January. So that's nice. Another message, and this is something that I just got, and hence it's a tad bit specific. If it bothers you that people do not give you the kind of respect that you deserve or fail to acknowledge your wisdom, something in January is going to change their perspective about you and prove to them how utterly wrong they were about you. All right, for February, we have the Hanged Man over here. February might be slightly not that consequential. I would say nothing too exciting is happening in February. This is an energy of status quo over here. The way things have been in January, most likely they'll continue to be that way in February as well. Little to no movement, little to no excitement, just this very regular, go with the flow kind of an energy over here in February. You might get an opportunity to make a switch in February, but you will not be taking that up. You will pass that opportunity up. Maybe you will say, not right now, next time. And you will continue doing whatever it is that you're doing, staying wherever it is that you're staying. I also feel like with the Hanged Man over here in February, you might be tempted to reach out to someone from your past, but you will not give in to that temptation. Another specific message that I just got for you guys: someone who has feelings for you, but for whatever reason they restrain themselves a lot, they might make it very evident without taking any loud action as such towards you that they're into you. You might catch them staring at you or something, or you might hear from people that this particular person talks about you excessively. So even without them having taken any direct action towards you, you will find out that they are kind of obsessed with you. For March, we have the Strength card over here, so this is good. It seems like you have fully stepped in your power come March. You're very pleased with where you are. You're very happy with where you are. You have touted yourself as, one of the big guns of the industry or field, whatever it is that you're doing. If you battle with self-esteem or self-confidence, you would have overcome those problems in the month of March, or you might start taking help for that in the month of March. I also feel like, okay, and this is a very specific message, if you have a fear of darkness, you will be overcoming that in the month of March. A big victory of some sort seems to be taking place over here, especially with this lion wearing the crown. I was channeling that you might have received some sort of recognition or something in January. I feel like that's going to happen once more in March. So in March as well, you might be bestowed upon with some honor, with some award, with some certification, some honorary title or something like that might be given to you in March. All right. In April, for April, we have the High Priestess over here. So April is going to be the month in which you are completely in tune with your intuition. In fact, you can blindly rely on your intuition in the month of April and make decisions for yourself. If you have the gift of intuition, if you have some sort of psychic abilities and you help people through your psychic abilities, I feel like that's just going to bloom and blossom even further in the month of April. I feel like more and more people will get to know about you and about the power that you possess. And they will be drawn towards you and ask you for your help. And if this isn't something that you do professionally, in general, I feel like someone whom you know, someone who's close to you, and this is family, so this is either your mother's side, someone from your mom's side of the family, or someone from your dad's side of the family, they might approach you in April, asking you to help them with these psychic abilities of yours. I was right is also something that I just heard. So a gut feeling of yours that you've either been carrying currently or something you will develop, starting from January, you might find out that you were right all along. So it seems to be one of those I already knew it kind of a thing. Someone is getting exposed in April is another thing I'm hearing, and you had always been right about that person, and now everyone is finding that out, and they're coming to you and telling you that, oh yeah, we should have listened to you. You were always warning us about this person, or you were always telling us how they're not as good as they pretend to be. And you seem to be basking in that glory. That, yeah, I told you guys, I was right. All right, Jan, Feb, March, April. So, all right, for May, we have the Tower card over here. Honestly, guys, I can see why the Tower has hit. Because with the Hangman over here being sandwiched between the Hierophant and Strength, yes, there is always scope to grow in whatever it is that we do. But in your case, specifically Group 3, it seems like Spirit doesn't want you to become too comfortable doing whatever it is that you're doing, because you're meant for something better or something greater. And perhaps the universe can sense this energy of the Hangman and then Strength and Hierophant, that, like, I've already arrived over here, where else do I go from here? And we had also seen that you had passed up on some opportunity. So I feel like that was, I wouldn't exactly say a test, but it was just one of those moments where, if you can picture it, the universe was standing with their arms crossed somewhere at the back. You got an opportunity, you passed it up, And so the universe said, fine, now I'll do it my way then. And so the tower hits you. I think I'd shared this on my story once. I'd found this beautiful quote somewhere that if you're not meant for something, or if you're meant for something greater or for something else, the universe will not let you get too comfortable or too settled in it. And I feel like in your case also, group 3, it is that kind of a tower moment that has hit you to get you out of this cushiony comfort zone. All right. Oh, this is nice. So right after the tower hits you, we have the sun card. This is beautiful, and this tells me that the tower card, the tower moment that had hit you guys to get you out of your comfort zone, mission accomplished, because with the sun over here, you have been propelled into something bigger, grander, and better than your imagination. Oh, and so the high priestess was right before the tower, and it seems like you knew that something, like you'll know something's about to happen, something's coming. And again, this isn't anything bad, all right? It's just a shake-up. In fact, with the high priestess over here, it might simply be an internal realization for some of you guys that I need to expand my horizons a little bit. So it can be an internal thing also for a lot of you guys, but the fact that it's leading directly to the sun, you'll be grateful for it. All right, you'll be so grateful for it that you let the universe give you that pressure cooker moment, because with that whistle that blew, you landed in, it's nothing short of a fairy tale, honestly. This is such a bright and positive and beautiful energy to have over here. For those of you who've been wanting to get a government job, or you guys keep trying in competitive exams, July might be the month in which that finally happens. We are on July, right? June, sorry. So June might be the month in which that finally happens for you guys. June is also going to be the month in which you are brought into alignment with something, because tower moments do that as well. This tower moment that's hitting you in May is going to align you with a career or a track or a path of your life that is going to propel you into fame and fortune in the future. It's like, yes, right now people did know about you, but a limited group of people. But then what you're being brought into alignment with, everyone will know who you are. Everyone will know about you. All right, so for July, we have the 8 of Pentacles over here. July is going to be a busy month for you guys. It's like you're giving it your all. You're not taking this tower moment lightly, and you are being grateful for whatever this opportunity is that has that you've been brought into alignment with. You're working hard towards it. You do not want to let the people around you down, because there is a general sense of excitement around this time. Everyone's very happy to find out that this is something that's happened with you, and this is something that you're working towards. And it's like July comes and goes, and you were knee deep in work all the time. And whatever this is, guys, not only are you good at it, but you're also very passionate about it. And there is a sense of you being a pro at it, being a natural at it. It's something that comes to you naturally, even though you do not have any prior training in it, even though you do not have any prior certifications or anything in it. You're just born, you can say, with that particular skill or with that particular talent, and you are maxing it. You're utilizing it for your good, unapologetically. Work is going to be, like I already said, there'll be a lot of work in July, but there'll also be an increase in your finances in July, and more opportunities to create wealth in July as well. For August, we have the 7 of Wands. You are beating competition left, right, and center in August. And look at both these energies over here, both the characters, both the animals over here. I am not quite sure what this is. I want to say Okay, no, I won't say what. Anyway, so you see this fighter spirit that you are embodying in July is carrying forward in the month of August as well. You know, the sense of, I'm not going to back down. I have made it till here. I will see it through. This isn't the time for me to make a U-turn. People are starting to notice me. People are starting to notice my work. I am realizing that I'm very good at this. So I'm going to make the most of it. In fact, with Seven of Wands over here, A, of course, you're beating competition, but B, there might be people around you who are skeptical of what it is that you're doing. I don't think it's your family though. Your family seems to be very supportive over here with the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. These might be people who, you know how some people are, can never be good enough for them. They'll always doubt you. They'll always be suspicious. I see you shutting them out. I see you drowning out all of that voice and rising above all of that nonsense. Uh, August is also going to be the month in which you win an important battle. If this was a court case that had been going on, the judgment will finally come in your favor in August. If this was some competition, some competitive exam, the result will come out, and especially if this was some very cutthroat competition, you will come out victorious in it. All right. For September, we have the Four of Pentacles over here. You will choose to keep a low profile in September, and it makes sense. I mean, I can see where you're coming from with the Seven of Wands energy over here of so many people popping up trying to ask you for an explanation. You will not give an explanation to anyone. You will not explain to anyone why you're doing what you're doing. But maybe because the energy of it all can be tad bit draining, you will choose to keep a low profile in September. You will choose to confide only in the people who are closest to you regarding what your next steps on this journey are. Since you have run into a good amount of money starting June, there is an advice that's coming forth for you over here for September. With the Four of Pentacles over here, you're being asked to be a bit wise regarding where you spend that money, especially if you're the kind of person who spends unnecessarily or not very good with savings and investment. So that is a habit you might need to work upon in September. I'm not seeing loss of money or anything taking place. It's just perhaps a habit that if you inculcate, it'll be good for you. Another thing, although this is something you're choosing to do by yourself, which is great, but if not, then you can lodge this reminder somewhere in your mind that you do not have to share your goals, your ambitions, or your plans with anybody else till the time you have successfully attained them. Because with the bird sitting on the hippo's back over here in the Four of Pentacles, I do feel like there will be a lot of curiosity surrounding, oh, where did group 3 go? They've been, MIA, and what's up with them? Are they still doing that particular thing? What's the progress? But you do not have to divulge any details. All right, for October, we have the Nine of Cups. This is lovely. Whatever it is that you guys had been working towards, it'll finally bear you the best results and very fruitful results come October. And I think that is why you were being asked to keep a low profile, which is something, of course, like I said, you're doing yourself as well. And now that the wish is out there, this is such a lovely and confident energy to be in. I made a promise to myself, I have accomplished it. Now you can see what it is that I've created. Now you can see what it is that I've made. My work is out there in the open. Do not hound me with questions after this, please. See it, you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm mighty proud, mighty pleased with myself. That is your energy, this sense of accomplishment. And yes, traditionally, this is the card of wish fulfillment. And in your case, of course, a wish is getting fulfilled. You were working towards something, and the end result of it turned out to be in your favor, turned out to be great. But there is a general sense of accomplishment attached with it as well. Oh, so another interesting message over here for group 3 with Four of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. And especially because we have the Hierophant leading the group over here. If you guys are the primary breadwinner of your family, group 3, and you have a lot of responsibilities, and a lot of the times your money or your savings go into the well-being of others, with the 9 of cups over here, by the time October arrives, thanks to this big work thing that's been going on for you over here, you would have made enough money, or you will start making enough money finally, because of which not only will you be able to cater to the needs of those around you, but you will have more than enough money to cater to your own needs and wishes and whims and fancies as well. So that's lovely. For November, we have the Knight of Cups, and this is interesting. There was no sign of love in this group so far, and then finally in November, love comes knocking. And what's interesting is that love comes after you have accomplished this goal, this dream of yours. So you might be one of those people who in general have no time for love, or for whom love has taken a backseat because you guys are hyper focused on your career and your finances. And so by the time of October 2024, since you have accomplished this big thing that has made you famous, it has given you money, and so that is when you open the door to love again in your life. And that's happening in November. So definitely there are people showing up in your life in November who are interested in you, who might approach you with a love offer, who might ask you out, who might propose to you. Somewhere with the 9 of cups over here, either this is someone whom you like, who's going to ask you out in November. If not, this is going to be the kind of person who is all checks in your boxes, or in alignment with your wish list for the kind of partner that you want. In general, the energy seems very light-hearted, very carefree, very relaxed after such a hard-working period over here. Lovely. For December, we have the Lovers. So whoever this is that has entered your life in November, you would have entered into a very serious relationship by the time December arrives. For those of you who are already in a happy relationship with someone, maybe your relationship had taken a backseat because of your work commitments, and you guys will revive that love and passion and romance, and will be back to square one, back to how you guys used to be by the time December comes. If you guys had been engaged but you had stalled the wedding to focus on all these things, you might get married in December as well. And for those of you who had gotten married in January, you might conceive in the month of November. With the Lovers being your closing card over here, I feel like by the time December arrives, group 3, you and your loved ones around you would have been, all of you will be in such happy and bright energies, feeling like, I cannot even put it into words, the energy that I'm picking up on. With the Sun and the Lovers over here, it's like you finally made a living out of something that you had loved all along, but that you would never thought about pursuing seriously until the Tower had hit. And now you're glad that you did. You're glad that you took that risk. You're glad that you took that chance. And with the Lovers over here, there is peace, there is contentment, there is relaxation, there is love. Everything is sorted, everything is in order. And you're reflecting on what a great year it has been for you. You're reflecting on how far along you came from, going on doing the same old thing over here, to now having made this fantastic living out of this thing that you finally decided to pursue thanks to the Tower moment. You will be expressing gratitude, you will be soaking and basking in all of those blessings, and definitely, of course, looking forward to how to expand further in 2025. Spirit's message for you is treasure chest for 2024, which says an unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. It's interesting that you guys will be having this Tower moment, and it says unforeseen. And this should prove it to you, group 3, that this Tower moment, it's nothing bad. It is for the best, because it is putting you directly into the path of this treasure chest of abundance and prosperity and fame and happiness. So lovely. So these are all the messages that I have for you guys right now, group 3. I hope you guys have a fantastic year ahead. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.